Does it feel like all the practice you're doing is only improving your playing incredibly slowly? Or perhaps you feel that you're not moving forward at all? In this video, I'll show you how to banish the frustration that you feel with your playing. And when you do that, you'll find that you actually tend to start moving forward much faster as well. Now, obviously, being frustrated with your practice is not a fun place to be just in and of itself, but it's actually really damaging for your music in other ways as well. When you're frustrated with the amount of progress that you're making, you tend to want to rush through things to change that. You move on from topics too soon before you've really mastered them, and that leaves you with very shaky fundamentals. And although you feel, okay, I'm getting on to new things, actually it's those lack of solid foundations that is what's providing that frustration in the future anyway. That's why things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like. That's why the things you're learning aren't as solid as you like. So you're going to have to break that vicious cycle and resist the temptation to rush when you're frustrated. If there's anything you're finding particularly frustrating right now, then let me know by leaving a comment below. So what's the big strategy that you need to use to overcome that frustration? Well, I think it's helpful to look at the great musicians and see how they deal with it, because they have this as well. We're all on a journey with music, and there is no finish line. The further you go, the more you realize you don't know. So if you look at interviews with all the great musicians, you'll find that they've felt this as well, that they should be further along the path than they are. And yet, some of us are really frustrated, not making progress. But even though they're not quite where they want to be, those great musicians have made massive strides forward. So why is that? And the answer is because they accepted where they were. Okay, they might have liked to be a bit further on, but they accepted where they were, they dealt with that, they did what was necessary to make the progress that they could now from the place where they are. Because none of us can be anywhere but where we are right now. There's no possibility to be anywhere else just because we wish it. So what you have to do is accept where you are right now. Think, what is the most important thing that I can do to move on? And let everything else go. Let your dreams of that far off goal that, okay, you wish you were there but you're not, let that go for the moment and just focus on what you can do right now, today, to move forward. And no matter where you are, you have always got the ability to improve at the margins. Once you let go of that far off goal, that place, oh, I wish I was way over there in the distance, but I'm not. Once you let that go and you focus on where am I now and what can I improve just a little bit beyond where I am here, you'll find there are always lots of things, and you can make them really small things and just do a little bit of work on them every day, move forward at the margin. And then when you keep doing this day after day after day, you will be amazed at how much massive progress this adds up to. But how do you actually do this? Because it's all very well for me to say, don't get frustrated, don't look at that big goal way off there, just be where you are here and be happy with that. And that's a lovely thought, but it's easier said than done. And I've got two strategies for you to help with this. And the first is to get curious. Get really interested about what's going on, what's working, what isn't, what it is that you need to work on. How, when you practice these technical exercises, when you learn these new pieces, what is it that you stumble over? Can you find out why that's happening? Not just, oh, I keep making this mistake, but what's causing it? And the more you get inquisitive about this, the more you get curious about this, the more you're naturally just going to be focusing on where you are right now. Because that desire to look at the far off goal is because it's a tempting object. It's something that's really interesting. But when you get interested in what's here right now, then it's really easy for you to keep your focus there. And once you're interested in what the issue is, then it becomes really interesting to work on solving that issue as well. And that gets you right into that place of just chipping away at the margins, making that relentless, slow progress. And the second strategy that I've got for you is to find the beauty in whatever it is that you're working on. It can be really tempting to think, the only way for this to be beautiful is for it to be perfect, exactly as it's meant to be played. Or the only way for it to be beautiful is for me to be doing this really complicated version of the exercise, which is where I want to get to, that goal right in the distance. This little basic first step on the way there can't be beautiful. But there are always ways to find beauty in music. All the stuff that we can play can be beautiful. And so for me, a big thing here was when I was trying to play something that was meant to go really quickly, but I was practicing it slowly, starting out. And I just realized after years of doing this that I could flip my mental perspective on this. I was thinking previously, it's only right when it's played at full speed. But actually when I stopped and I thought, okay, I'm not used to it being played slowly, but does it sound beautiful? When I stopped and listened rather than just prejudging it, I found, yes, it did. And that really allowed me to relax into my practice and enjoy it. Just enjoy playing what I'm playing now and find that that's beautiful for its own sake. Now, I definitely recommend checking out my video on how to choose the ideal topics for your practice routine next. And if you're interested in the practice and performance tips that I only share with subscribers, then head on over to playinthezone.com and sign up for the emails. They're free. I've been Morley-Fletcher. Thanks so much for watching. Please click below to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And while you're down there, why not hit the share button as well to pass this on to other musicians? Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.